right, and we're continuing to ride the train of characters who I used to enjoy watching, but now I'm just sick of their characters. We're going back on Veronica this time, and this is another topic that a lot of people have been telling me about. Do you think Veronica's plans are about to fall through, about to fail? I mean, going back to the whole Jeffrey signing the papers, I really hope this moron does not sign the paperwork that Veronica put in front of him, because he might, I don't know if he's thinking long term in terms of, you know what, yeah, I'm going to get out of jail if I sign these papers, but what will Candace do if she finds out Veronica, my mom, she's going to have more power over me than ever before if I sign these papers. It's like every time Jeffrey is about to get from Veronica's thumb when he should listen to his dad, he ends up doing something incredibly stupid that leads to him being right back where she wants him, and it's just ridiculous. But in terms of Veronica, I mean, remember, she threw Melissa out of the house, so she's just done with her and the baby. And Derek is David is with Erica, and if Jeffrey gets out of jail, then he'll probably go to his dad, assuming he doesn't sign the paperwork. The only thing that Veronica has going for now is getting revenge on Benny by signing the paperwork. And remember that David wanted Benny to come forward and confess so Jeffrey would get off the hook. So in my mind, the Harrington family has no reservations about having Benny Young take the fall. So that's pretty much the only thing I could think of, aside from her, getting this whore out of her house with David. So Veronica right now, I don't know what she has going on, but here's my thing. I feel like a lot of people brought this up. Actually, one person on Twitter brought this up to my attention, and I remembered it too. Remember way back when Veronica was trying to get the black sedan from the tow company? Because remember that the people who originally ran it were running a drug or some sort of operation behind the scenes. They got busted. The tow company went for auction. Then, of course, Benny was given the tow company after Candace bought it for him. And we know that Veronica kept going over there knowing that Benny was the owner, trying to get information and trying to get the black sedan. Now, my question is, do you remember when Benny and Veronica were having sex and Wyatt and Jeffrey found out where the car was, and I think Wyatt was recording those two having sex on his phone? And I want to ask the question, do you think that video is going to be used against Veronica in court of law? I can imagine Benny goes down for the murder, he's on trial and everything, and then Jeffrey or Wyatt or somebody steps up and it's like, you know what, the only reason she wants Benny Young behind bars is due to the fact that Benny didn't want her old ass. And then it's like, I never had relations with somebody like this, Your Honor. He's like not even half my age. But then my question would be, why would she say that in the court of law when Maggie Day put a photo of Veronica and Benny on the front page of the newspaper so everybody would have seen it, which is something I've always wondered about. Nobody ever brought that up. Did nobody read the paper that day? And also, I could see Jeffrey or Wyatt or somebody, if assuming he's alive at that point, takes the phone and then shows the judge that video in open court, which would be an interesting throwback to when Veronica revealed the video of Justin and Jeffrey in court to get them, to get Jeffrey arrested, and to show that Justin is having an affair. So I think that'll be an interesting twist for Veronica to be taken down for her own medicine. I would really like to see that happen. Then Benny will be, maybe get a slap on the wrist for burying the body but not actually participating in the murder. But then Jeffrey goes to jail. It would be a nice way to wrap things up, having these people get the justice they deserve instead of getting off the hook and willfully taking it. It's like, hey, you know what, I participated. And maybe Jeffrey can get on the stands like, yeah, I walked in the house and I saw him choking her and whatnot, and Jeffrey could have said it was in self-defense, because remember, he wanted to call the cops as soon as Quincy was lying on the floor bleeding out. But Candace is like, no, you don't do that. All the times you stabbed him, they'll say that it was murder instead of self-defense. But even David was like, why didn't you call the cops? Because, David would have been able to help out, but Jeffrey's just a wimp. But I feel like that would be a great way for Veronica's plan to fail and getting revenge on Benny, since she's pretty much thrown Melissa to the curb. And He wants to get revenge. But I also think that it is possible that Veronica might die due to the fact that if you watch the movie Acrimony, you know, at the end of the movie where her ex husband and his new wife, who was pregnant, they were on a honeymoon on a yacht. She snuck aboard and then end up unintentionally killing herself while trying to kill them. And we remember that David told Erica, let's get away for the weekend. So there's no telling what they'll do. And who knows if Veronica won't stalk them. And as a result, she'll end up dying herself. But just let me know in the comment section below. What do you think about Veronica and her schemes that seem to be falling apart? Do you think she'll be able to get her act together? But at this point, she's just very vindictive, where if she feels like she's been wronged in any way, she'll try to get revenge on the person, when Benny was absolutely correct. The only thing Benny did wrong was disrespect Veronica in her own house by, you know, having sex with Melissa on her couch. So yeah, there's that. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Veronica will get back on track for schemes? Like, I love seeing the crazy but also level-headed Veronica in her schemes, as opposed to be crazy for just being crazy. But, you know, maybe like Candace, Tyler Perry will be able to turn the character around with some more backstory and stuff like that to make me more interested, instead of just seeing this woman being crazy for the sake of nothing but being a psychotic black woman. So let's get the conversation going in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you soon.